from the home of the Tigers since 2000, Comerica Park here in the Motor City. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Detroit Tigers. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. And taking the ball for Detroit, Jack Flaherty.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
This one in the air, center field. Perez gets under it, and there's one away. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. In the air, right field. Carpenter on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Hit in the air, center field. Perez under it. And that is that. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. That one fouled off. The 0-1. And there's a foul ball. What a stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. So up next, Dylan Dingler. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there are 2 outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. And that one hammered. And that gets down in the corner. Throws to second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. So runner at second, 2 down. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. Boom. Throws on to first. And that is 3rd game of the division series. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Bryce Harper.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Flaherty in his 9th season, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2014. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Alec Bohm, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Just missed. It's softly on the ground, left side. And that's just foul. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. That one outside. And it's 1-0. Line shot into the gap should score at least one. Here comes Harper around third. He will score and they take the lead. Here comes Bohm around third. Save! And they lead by 2.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Man at second. Oh! Oh! Pitch misses there. 3-2 now. And ball 4 to aboard. Adolis Garcia getting ready to hit. Misses again, 5 in a row. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, look at the stop. There's 1 and 2. What a play.
Well, that's what you hope for if you're out there on the mound. First and second, nobody out. Somehow get a ground ball. We got it right there. Nice double play by the infield.
Justin Crawford in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Fights it off. We'll see another. Left field. And that'll do it. Back in Comerica Park. We head to the bottom of the second. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. Ripped to first. Caught. 1 pitch and 1 out. So digging in, Wenzel Perez. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Kevin McGonigal. And first offering is fouled off.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now, Zach McKinstry. Runner on the go. And he hits a ground ball right side. And it goes just foul. Line drive. Fair ball. McGonigal around second, headed for third.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. They really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but it just barely sneaked in there.
2 on, 2 outs. Over to Sosa, and that will end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the Phillies' leadoff man, Trey Turner. Foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Digging in, Edmundo Sosa. This one in the air, center field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
2 on, 1 out.
No, that's low.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Turner in to score. Everybody's going to be safe.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. 1 at second, and they bounce into 2 already. This one ends the third. Back here in Detroit, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Swing and a high fly ball to left. 1 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Dylan Dingler. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball left side and foul ball. 0-1 down. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball instead of just weak contact.
That's down. 1 hops off the wall.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You got that front foot down and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
At the plate, Kerry Carpenter. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. And another ball. High fly ball out to center field. Should be extra bases. Here comes Dingler around third. And that is that. Back at Comerica Park as we go to the top of the 4th. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Phils doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
On the ground, and that chance handled. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And now it is JT Realmuto. On a line out towards center. That's out number 2. Two outs, base is empty. And now for the Phillies, Adolis Garcia. Fought off foul. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Crawford swings through it for strike 1.
That's the ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of the NLDS. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Back here in Detroit, bottom 4, Colton Keith up now for the Tigers. Slider for a strike.
Well, these Tigers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Perez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swings and misses. 0-2. Got him swinging. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin McGonigal. 1 for 1 with a single so far. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hard hit right side. And the Tigers retired 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 5th, and here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner.
Well, these Phillies doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
That's the ball.
Out towards right center field. Carpenter on his way over. And there's one down. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 51.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. High left throw. Save. That's a stolen base. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. And he swings through that one. 1 out and a runner at second. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him. 2 down. Here comes Bryce Harper.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swing and a foul out of play. There's a line drive to left field. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Down the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
Well, these Tigers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Line to right center field. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. The batter. Now Javier Baez.
Number 36, Jose Alvarado.
Baez in his 11th season, 33 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Line drive, Adam in center field. Here's Riley Green.
Up next for the Tigers, left fielder, Riley Green.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Realmuto throws that in time. It's a stolen base. Up the middle. Base hit into center field. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. One down. Here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler. Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Takes it in for the out. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Ball, slow.
Green leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball 2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Third game of the division series. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. Ball 1 there.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Yo, 1. Hard hit left side. Over to first.
He's out.
2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 down, base is empty. JT Realmuto steps in. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Kyle Finnegan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now a 2-out opportunity for Adolis Garcia. Stepping in, Adolis Garcia.
Nope, outside.
The 1-1. In the dirt. 2-1 now. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Comes the 2-2. To third, McKinstry. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Back in Comerica Park, bottom of the 6th. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. And that is out of play.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Outside. Ball 3. Right through there for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Colton Keith now at the plate. Foul ball there. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The Tigers down by a pair here in game 3 of the NLDS. Cuts and misses, it's a strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Wenzel Perez. That one ripped left field. Marsh going back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Top of inning number 7. And now for the Phillies, Justin Crawford. That one fouled off. Now the 0-1.
Oh. Whoa.
On the ground, right
That's
side.
foul.
And that's just foul. That's off the mark. Full count now. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. Back to the top of the order now. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The 0-1.
Nope. That's away.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Edmundo Sosa. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive from his backside, but it's not in time. Base hit. And here's the slugger who starts at DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 48, Brad Carter.
Pitch out, but no action. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Sosa off of first with 2 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Runner takes off. And a swing and a miss. Back here in Detroit, set for the last half of the 7th. Kevin McGonigal up now for the Tigers. On the ground to the left. On to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Zach McKinstry digs in now. He's 2 for 2. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. In the air, left field. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's Buck.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 55, Chase Sugar.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Marsh in position, and that is that. Back at Comerica Park, we go to the 8th. Bryce Harper getting ready to hit. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. This one's got a chance. Onto the bullpen roof and gone. See ya. He sends one out the opposite way. And now it's Alec Bohm.
Oh, just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. And they tack one on the board. It's 5-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Marsh in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the late stages of Game 3. Late with the swing there. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's JT Realmuto.
For the Tigers, number 75, Brennan Hanafy.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Hanafy. He's someone that fills up the strike zone, so he doesn't give up a lot of walks. But because he's in the zone so much, a decent amount of hits occur.
And he's got to get ahead early in the count and then be able to mix up his speeds, add and subtract some velocity, but command is the big key. Throwing the ball where he wants to.
This looks like extra bases. He's in at second with a one-out double. 1 out, runner at second. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying and gone. Adolis Garcia goes the other way. Their third home run of the inning. 1 down. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Foul ball. Hanafi, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016.
Oh.
That's smacked on a line to center. Reaching down, makes the catch. So back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at the plate. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Now it's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. In the dirt. Here's the 0-1. Runner takes off. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 4 runs already in the frame here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Runner goes again. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. Back here in Detroit. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Riley Green now at the plate. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Dylan Dingler, the next to hit, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. He swings and fouls one off. The Tigers with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sliced hard but foul. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Garcia makes his way towards it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. 1 for 3.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. In the air, right side. Carpenter. Couple of steps in, but it bounces off his glove. And the leadoff man aboard. So now here.